Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Whoa, nearly fell off the chair then. Welcome back to the channel. Now this video, I'd corroborated with three falconers that yeah, sort of, I don't know, how can I describe it? Experts, aces with this particular hybrid of falcon. One of my Spanish friend, who is the maestro, Kyle and Martin Whitley. All people that have flown this raptor long term, not just a dabbling few weeks or a season. Interesting species. Now the reason you didn't get to see this, it was to go about 3 years ago onto the old channel, Raptor Exotics Falconry. My daughter then left home, she ran the channel, it all got left behind and never got made, even though I'd got some footage. What does she call that now? Sharp Adventures. If you go on Sharp Adventures on YouTube, there's a whole back catalogue of falconry help videos on there. It was the original channel. Have a look on there. Hybrids are Marmite, aren't they? You either love them or you hate them, generally. I don't mind them. I understand people's fascination with trying them. I have flown hybrids, but yeah, they're not my main thing, and that's the same with my snakes and other things. But yeah, I'm appreciative. One of the most capable hybrids I've ever seen is a red tail crossed with a ferruginous. They are like a mini eagle. You can fly them like an eagle. They are rapid, hair-catching large lumps for a ridiculously affordable, yeah, hair hawk. So some hybrids really do become something great, and many are just a load of rubbish and they're just bred for the, let's see what this is. The Peregrine, as it's called in Spain, a Peregrine cross Yankee, the American Kestrel. In the UK, it's a tough bird to fly. They're tough psychologically. They can be quite crazy. Excuse the background noise here. Someone is oohing to an owl in the distance. They can be quite a crazy bird to work with. Mentally, very moody, very up and down. One day they're the perfect bird to fly. The next day they're like you haven't trained them. You'll hear that a lot. We don't have necessarily a well-suited quarry for this amazing bird. It's a bird that can hover high like a kestrel, stoop like a peregrine, fly off the fist, wait on. It has potential as a micro raptor for sure. It really can have the attributes of both parentage. In Spain, they've got quail. And I think more than anything else, having quail as an abundant quarry species, working with a dog, gives you something to fly this bird out as a falconer. In the UK, hedge bashing, waiting on, flushing small game, it's all there. I don't know what the guys will tell you, but for me, it is the Spanish have quail as a quarry, well suited to get the very best flights from this bird. And make no mistake, it's a bird that is a phenomenal lure bird. It's a bird that really has, like I say, the ability to wait on and chase and hover. In Spain, I've seen my maestro friend Rafa fly this particular hybrid to the most exciting level, but in a different terrain with different quarry to here. I'll put some of that footage on. It'll be grainy because it's off my Facebook page. Rafa did me a really long video clip of flying this bird. It's all in Spanish. I don't know if I can retrieve it. Remember, this was all sent to me 3 years ago. Kyle's done an update, short intro from his. The Rafa version, if I can get it, will be a standalone Spanish video. But for now, enjoy this little bird, enjoy the stunning pictures, and listen to what the UK experts have to say about this phenomenal little bird, bred by Zoe Jones and Wayne Margerson, as far as I know. And as far as I know, they're male peregrines into female American kestrels. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, Daz asked me to say a little bit about the Peregrine American kestrels, why I got one, what sort of inspired me to get one, how I've got on with one after acquiring one, and so what I've done with one and what I know about them, or don't know about them. This is 47, my Peregrine American kestrel. As you can see, she's recovering from a bit of wing damage. Suspected sparrowhawk that might have hit her on the block. She's also, as you can tell, a mal imprint. I imprinted her and I did a very poor job. So at the minute, I mean, she is worse because she's at fat weight. She is molting, and she does get a little bit over aggressive at a higher weight. the reason I wanted one was that I saw Rafa in Spain flying his male wild quail there, and it's an incredible bird, something that could fly off the fist like an American Kestrel, or wait on and stoop over a dog like a Peregrine, depending on the terrain and what he wanted from the bird in that situation. It was just one of those hybrids that really made sense. I'm going to get you stuffed by a taxidermist in a minute. It's making little holes in my glove. So, eventually I did manage to acquire my own. It was bred by Wayne Margerison at Derbyshire Goshawks. And I picked her up at a few days old and imprinted her. I did a very poor job in hindsight. I've imprinted more things since and realised where I've gone wrong. Yeah, I went really wrong. She wasn't tame hacked. She wasn't hacked. I just imprinted her in quite a social way, as social as I can, but I didn't pick her up at a very, very young age from Wayne. And by then she, like any young bird, screamed a lot for food, which made it unbearable to socialise with her much on a large scale, because of the noise. So I sort of made the problem worse by only feeding her when she needed to be fed and only socialising with her when it was feeding time. So that made things much worse, and it created a food imprint. She's super aggressive around food, to the point where she won't eat the food, she'd rather attack me. Don't get me wrong, she's not that bad all of the time, but most of the time, especially in the early days. I wanted to hunt magpies with her, but after attempting to hack her much later than what I should, she was attacked by 3 magpies in someone's garden after going AWOL. And when I'd got her back, the homeowner had got her inside into a dog crate, and the magpie's actually taken a chunk out the top of her sear. And she's never really been that keen on magpies ever since. She's never caught one anyway. What I have done is I've done a bit of hedgerow bashing with her. I got her to wait on. Not a mega pitch, not an impressive pitch at all, but something that was the perfect sort of height for hedgerow bashing or just kicking bushes around. If you can imagine a blackbird crossing the corner of a field, you don't want a falcon waiting 300 feet above you. So anyway, between 30 feet to 100 feet max. She has thermaled and specced out, which isn't hard because she's so small, in the past. Very tenacious in the right hands, and my hands certainly weren't the right hands to start with. You are the devil reincarnated. A lot of people who know me and know this bird know that we sort of got a bit of a love-hate relationship. As much as I love her and as pretty as she is, Christ, I wish I didn't have her sometimes. She can be a real bugger. She's caught things as large as partridge. When flying to the lure in the training field, she has hit pigeons and killed pigeons that haven't moved out the way. Get off my leg now. They're definitely a very tenacious bird. She's chased starlings, dunnocks, blackbirds out hedgerows, all manner of things. They definitely have the capability, if flown correctly and trained correctly, and I did not train or fly this bird correctly from the start. So these days she is just a spring and summer bird, fair weather bird for me, something to have fun with. She's exceptional to the lure when she feels like it. Everything's always on her terms. If she doesn't feel like flying that day, she will sit on top of a house or in a tree or on a fence, and she will not fly. And it's not a weight management thing. I've had her very low in weight, I've had her very high in weight, I've had her low in condition, I've had her high in condition, I've flown in routine to work on appetite. It's all on her terms. But when she does want to fly well, especially in very, very windy weather, she is an incredible bird, and she really does use both of her species to her advantage, just whilst flying to the lure. She's quite a small female, DNA sexed as a female anyway, although she does very much look like a male American Kestrel. And she flies, the highest she'll fly in the winter will be about 235 grams. That's top weight in a very cold winter. And in the summer she'll fly around 218, 220 grams. Yeah, not much else to say.
Right, Reg. Now, why would I want to fly one of these little birds? I get to fly some fantastic birds. But I wanted something small and agile. I didn't want another American Kestrel. I've lost 3 over the years to sparrowhawks. They're just too small round to fly safely around here. But I wanted something small and agile and great fun, very bold, very confident. And Ron and Reg, 2 brothers, they flew as a cast together until Cain and Abel syndrome took in, and I decided to separate them rather quickly before 1 + 1 became 1.5. So they're now flown on their own. So Ron here, Reg here even, he's the bigger, bolder one of the 2. He's been working on his own, hoping to be part of our, well, we're working with the horse at the moment to be part of our displays for our non-existent display season this year, as every show's been cancelled. But why do I like these? They're bold, they're confident, huge personalities, horribly bright, which possibly isn't a good thing. Very erratic in their personality. You've really got to keep on top of them. You can go from genius to tearing what little hair I would have out, all in the space of about 10 seconds. No consistency in their behaviour at all, however I try, but that's what makes them fun. It's a great challenge. They're not a bird to be flown by anyone with no sense of humour. They like their horses. Very, very good with horses, which obviously in my line of work is very important. They're a bird, if you've got a sense of humour, want to fly something fun, fantastic little hunter for small birds. Very, very agile. He has taken a magpie before, that big. But they're just fun. They're a bird you've got to be in the right mood to fly with. You would not want to take them out in a bad mood. Definitely not. But they are great fun, and, well, I wouldn't swap him for anything. He has got me in more trouble than every other bird I've owned at the moment at various places by doing the wrong thing, but would not be without him.